Thank you for participating in the 2022 CALSAGA Annual Conference. We are very excited to be back in person again for the first time since 2019. As many of you know, because you participated, we did have virtual events in 2020 and 2021, which allowed us to still engage with our members, allowed you as the sponsors and vendors to connect with your customers and also connect with some new contacts as well. But the virtual component is not a substitute for the in-person. So we are very excited to be back in person this year. If you are watching this video, you are likely either a sponsor or a vendor for the annual conference. So we'll use those words interchangeably sometimes. Everyone who is a sponsor for the conference is also considered a vendor because your sponsorship includes a booth in our vendor hall. And then, so on Whova, which is our platform, our conference platform, which you may remember if you participated in 2020 and or 2021, this is the same platform. So the virtual vendor booths that we set up in 2020 and 2021 are available to you as well for this conference. Everyone who's a sponsor and a vendor will have a virtual vendor booth set up for them. So if you're wondering why, if we're in person, why should I set up the virtual vendor booth? I encourage you to do it because these are interactive virtual booths. So it will maximize your exposure to our attendees. Our conference app, that's both the mobile app and the web platform that you can access through your browser, that's going to launch on September 26th. So that will have all of the features that we saw for the virtual conference last year. That will have the virtual vendor hall, that will have the message boards, which were so popular for the conference in 2021 that we decided to include them as part of our in-person 2020 conference. We saw a lot of networking and engaging going on in those message boards before, during, and after the conference. So we wanted to add that as a component to this year's conference as well. So starting September 26th, you will be able to interact with our attendees in the message board. Also, our virtual vendor hall will be live. So you'll be able to go ahead and start interacting with attendees at that point. So I really encourage you, of course, put your focus on your in-person vendor booth, but I really encourage you to get your virtual vendor booth set up. You can turn on notifications. So it's not like you have to be present or attending your virtual vendor booth starting on the 26th, but you can set up notifications so that if someone does reach out to you through Whova, which is our platform, you'll get a notification about that. I do recommend that you download the Whova app. We will, once it launches, we will send an email with a reminder for you to do that. And again, as a reminder, it's on September 26th that it will launch, but I encourage you, go ahead and get everything set up now so that when the app launches, your booth will be ready and visible to our attendees. So I do also want to add one more encouragement. We encourage you to participate in all of our events that we're having as part of the annual conference. If you haven't yet checked out the agenda, I encourage you to do that. You'll see, of course, that the agenda includes dedicated booth time where our attendees will go to the booths themselves during the conference on October 18th through 20th. But we also have some opportunities, some social opportunities for you to engage with attendees as well. A brand new thing that we are doing for 2022 is we're doing an in-person mixer and we're doing a Jeopardy game. You may remember that this was a version of this was part of the 2021 virtual conference, and people liked it so much that we decided to incorporate that and make it a part of our conference. So there will be a hosted bar, and you will have the opportunity to engage with our attendees. We will, as people come in, we will assign them to teams. So it should be a random mix of sponsors, vendors, attendees. on Teams. We'll do a little bit of networking on the front half, and then we will play Jeopardy. And it'll be some questions about California. It'll be some questions about the security industry. It'll be some questions about the BSIS. It should be a really fun time. And I encourage you to take advantage of that opportunity to network and engage with our attendees. Of course, the president's reception, that's our popular opening night reception. That will happen on the West Lawn. That is our event, which if you have been around for any number of years, you will hear David Chandler, our president, talking about the lobster skewers. That's where you can get the lobster skewers. So make sure to plan to attend the president's reception on Tuesday night. And that's October 18th on the West Lawn. And then we do also have happy hour on Wednesday. That's going to be in the vendor hall. That will be hosted as well. So definitely make sure that you and your team are at your booth during that happy hour, because that will be a great opportunity for connection. And then one additional opportunity is our awards dinner. You may remember this from years past if you've been around, but if you're new to the conference, let me quickly give you a little insight into that. That is where we are presenting awards for deserving security professionals. We will present the Life Saving Award, the Medal of Valor, the Security Officer of the Year Award, as well as the Al Howenstein Lifetime Achievement Award. So this is a great opportunity for you to network, for you to join us in recognizing some professionals who have gone above and beyond. This year, that dinner is not included in our normal ticket price. So there is an additional cost for it. If you are a sponsor, you will have gotten 2 tickets, included for that. If you are a vendor, you're welcome to purchase tickets for that event. It's $39 per person. I encourage you to do that. It includes, you get 1 drink ticket to the cocktail hour before the dinner, and then a really nice dinner and awards presentation for that $39. So I encourage you to do that, to register for that. I will include all of these links at the bottom in the description so that you can access the agenda, and you can access the ticket link, so that if you want to purchase awards center tickets, you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how to set up your virtual vendor booth and or your sponsorship page. So if you are a sponsor and have a vendor booth, you will see it's 1 page together. So I'll show you that. And then if you are a sponsor, an exhibitor, not a sponsor, vendor, not a sponsor, your page will look a little bit different. So I'm going to walk you through and show you both of those pages. Okay. So this is what it will look like if you are a sponsor. So you'll have your company name up at the top. I've set this up as a CALSAGA page for the purpose of showing you. So you'll have the CALSAGA, your company name at the top rather. Here's a couple of guides that Whova, our event platform, has created. If you'd like to look at those, I do think those would be really helpful to you. You have the exhibitor guide and the sponsor guide. And then you'll have your primary contact listed, the company name and the primary contact. Those are not things that you can change. So if you do need to make changes to those, just reach out to our staff and we're happy to help you with that. You can always reach our staff at conference@calsaga.org and we'll assist you with that. So right here is where you can include all of your company information. Make sure you've got your logo uploaded, your contact information, your company description. If you'd like to include a banner, so it's going to give you the recommended dimensions right here. If you'd like to include a banner, you can do that because that will be scrolling on our conference app on both the web platform and the mobile app while people are looking at the virtual events, while they're looking at the agenda, while they're messaging in the message board, those sponsor banners will be scrolling. So down here, you'll see that both sponsors and vendors have the ability to upload videos to showcase their company. You can include handouts. So you have a maximum of 2 handouts, but if you have a PDF that you'd like to update or to upload rather, you can do that. You can make that available. You can upload photos. You can upload a promotional offer. So this could be right here. You'll see you have the option of a raffle, a giveaway, a coupon. The platform only lets you upload one type of promotional offer at a time, but you can update that. So let's say you wanted to do a giveaway on the first day and then switch to a coupon code. You can do that. And I believe it will be a live update. So you're welcome to change that as much as you want to. For booth staff. So this is people who have access to your virtual booth, and also these are the same people who will be attending the conference. You don't have the ability to upload these yourself, but if you actually, I know all of you who are watching this, if you are registered to be a sponsor or a vendor, I've already asked you for your staff name. So just go ahead and send us an email, conference@calsaga.org, and we can get those individuals set up so that they will have access to the vendor booth as well. And then everyone who is listed as part of your booth staff, they will be able to export leads that you're getting through the Whova platform. So to do that in the conference app, once again, it doesn't launch until September 26th, so you won't have access to the app until then. But once it launches, then once you're in the app, to export leads, what you need to do is you need to scroll to the exhibitor hub and select collect leads. And so that will give you a list of all the leads. This is, people who have engaged with your booth, who have clicked for the promotional offer, who have commented or messaged you through this portal. So I'll show you right here. This is an example of what it will look like in the app once everything is launched. So here's what the exhibitor list will look like. Here's what the sponsor list and the sponsor pages will look like. And then here's an example of what it will look like on the computer. So I do encourage you to get all of this filled out. Of course, our primary focus is the in-person conference, but this is a benefit as well to be able to engage with our conference attendees both before, during, and after the conference. So I encourage you to do that. Please let us know if you have any questions. I will link to the resources. As I mentioned, there are some sponsor and exhibitor guides that are made available to you through Whova, our platform. So if you have any questions, let us know. I do encourage you to get this set up as soon as possible. If you can't get it set up by the launch on September 26th, I encourage you to get it done as soon as you can. If you have questions, reach out to us. As a reminder, we are a small team. We keep our team small intentionally so that our resources that we do have, we can put back into member benefits. And our team for the annual conference will wear a lot of hats. So if you wait until right before the conference to get things set up and you're running into roadblocks, you will most likely get out of office emails from us. And so our response will be a little bit delayed. So please set this up as soon as you can so that we can provide enough support to you. We're available to you. We want this to be a very successful and beneficial event for you. It is not an exaggeration to say that we could not put on the annual conference without the support of our sponsors and vendors. So thank you so much for that. I look forward to seeing all of you in person in October. If I haven't met you in person, my name is Kate Wallace. I'm the Association Manager for CALSAGA, and we look forward to a great event. Again, we are so excited to be back in person, and we know that it will be a great experience for everyone.